This is a MeteoMark weather report. Let's take a look at some photos sent in, actually videos from Derek Rentschler from Lebanon County, Pennsylvania. Here, let me step off the screen. Here's a few photos here, videos for that matter, of some sunset photos. Thank you, Derek, for sending these in. These are all from last week, and I apologize for getting them up so late, but thank you, Derek, for these beautiful sunset photos. Now let's take a look at a lightning that he had here. See some very beautiful lightning. You can see it here on the screen, and very nice. Thank you, Derek, for sending this in. And on the volume, I actually could hear a lot of the thunder, and of course a lot of the lightning, and a little bit some wind rustling. So very nice. We had some thunderstorms, but it's been very dry lately, so no thunderstorms to speak of lately. So let's take a look at some photos here from Robert Jason Stone from South Dakota. He's in the Dakotas recently, and if we take a look at some of his photos here, actually on the a lot of these photos are mostly of storm photos. He's in Carrington, North Dakota, and look at some of these photos here. You can see some very stormy skies here on the horizon, very thundery looking, and you can almost see some of the clouds appearing very texture-like. So thank you, Robert, for sending those in. We'll continue to watch that area of the country for severe thunderstorms and flash flooding. Let's take a look at some of Lucas D. from Linden, Texas here, where he has some interesting photos. The first photo here looks of a fern, very close-up macro of a fern. Very nice, Lucas. And you also have some very interesting sky photos here, some very nice vibrant colors showing through the sky. So thank you, Lucas, for sending those in. And we've got also another nice sky, some foliage, and last but not least, interestingly enough, it looks like a picture of some fire here. So thank you, Lucas. Some close-up of some fire, some flames. So if I missed anybody for the photo shoots, for the photos of the day, I apologize. I will put them on the next video. So let's take a look at some of the photos, or actually some of the tropical update here. Let's take a look at that tropical update, that all-important Humberto, Tropical Storm Humberto, just south of the Cape Verde Islands here. We're continuing to watch this storm as it will become the first hurricane of the season as it moves just to the west of the Cape Verde Islands and continues to find a bend, a weakness in the subtropical ridge as it moves to the north and then eventually the northeast. Here across much of the central portion of your and western portion of your screen, you're seeing what's remnants of Gabrielle here, and will continue to move towards the northwest. However, I'm not expecting this system to develop. If it does, it will remain very weak in a very high wind shear environment. So heading on into your precipitation outlook, the highest precipitation totals will be in two areas. One in northern New England here, where we could see 3 to 5 inches of rain during the next 4 to 5 days, 96 to 120 hours. And across the portions of your screen here out west, here in Colorado, portions of northern Rockies and northern Plains and the Dakotas, where one of my viewers, Robert Jason Stone, is in, this is where we could see a significant amount of precipitation, 4 to 6 inches, with that possible flash flooding scenario setting up for many localized areas. So heading on into your Tuesday here, take a look at your Tuesday. Very interesting weather here across the western portion of the United States. Heading on into the northeast, that's where we'll see some upstate New York, severe thunderstorms, southern Quebec, southern Ontario, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire could get on the act with some severe thunderstorms during your day on Tuesday. And that system will ride to the east on Wednesday. And here across the northern plains, this is where we really get into some severe weather, flash flooding possible from Colorado, points north towards the Rocky Mountains here, even South Florida, and look at this, South Texas getting in on the act of some heavy rains as well. We're going to continue to watch this situation. If we look at those temperatures across much of the nation, look at this here in the central portion of the country, lots and lots of hundreds and 90s, mid to upper 90s, all the way up through portions of the southern Dakotas, portions of the Rocky Mountains. Here across the east, we start to warm up here in the northeast, well up into the mid to upper 80s for many locations, 90 degrees for Washington, D.C. points on southward. So we're going to continue to watch for that heat wave developing on into Wednesday. It will be short-lived, however, so don't get used to it. We'll continue to watch the tropics here as we watch for our first hurricane of the season. We're almost through the H name, and we still haven't had our hurricane as of yet. So don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com. Here is a 5-day outlook forecast for my hometown viewers from Binghamton, Elmira, and the northern tier counties of Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at that all-important forecast here for your Tuesday, heading on into your Wednesday. Look at these very nice, actually pretty warm temperatures for this time of year. We're heading on well up into the upper 80s to near 90 in many locations. We could see that late day risk of a shower or strong thunderstorm Tuesday and then on to Wednesday. That showers and thunderstorms look likely for your Thursday, but take a look at this. We head on into Friday and Saturday. We're heading on to a much cooler temperature pattern, heading on to down towards the upper 50s and low 60s with lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. Looking very fall-like across much of the Susquehanna region of New York and Pennsylvania. So continue to watch for that as we head on into a very fall-like pattern. That is going to do it for MeteoMark.